Welcome to Egypt. For years, I've been a master of the classic Assassin's Creed games, but today I'm playing AC Origins for the very first time. The goal is simple: assassinate the first major boss and see how many times this new RPG system sends me to grave. I've got a death counter. Let's see if my classic skills translate to the desert. I spawn in and immediately this giant dude wants to cave my head in because I just killed his master. Bro, listen to me. Your boss is dead. Your payroll just stopped. Why are we fighting? Let's team up, conquer the world, and make some real money. But no, he wants to be loyal. While Ubisoft is throwing tutorials at my face, I'm trying to grasp the combat physics of the game. Spoiler alert, there are no physics, just pure RPG animations and swinging at air. I send the bodyguard to sleep and find myself in a crumbling tomb. Since this is an RPG now, my gamer instincts kicks in. Forget the main quest, it's time to see literally everything not bolted to the floor. I'm opening chests, grabbing loot, and finally finding my way out to the sunlight. I step outside and immediately stumble into another fight. Who are these guys? I have no idea. But wait, this is the first AC game where I have to manually lock on to a target. Back in the good old days, the game just knew who I wanted to counterkill based on my joysticks. Now I have to click a middle mouse button every time I want to start a fight. It's weird, it's clunky, but I clear them out anyway. Check the death counter. Ladies and gentlemen, still sitting at a beautiful 0. After the fight, I hop on a camel and proceed to run across the entire earth. Seriously, this desert is massive. I'm just enjoying the scenery, vibing with my camel, when suddenly my relaxing road trip is ruined because we are immediately thrown into another fight. We move on to the next mission and the game wants me to use stealth to clear the area. I am in my element. I'm taking guys out one by one from the bushes, but then I look over at my friend. Look at him. He is actually army crawling from one bush to another right in front of the guard's face. The guard is staring directly into his soul and doing absolutely nothing. Are you blind? Does my friend have an invisibility cloak? I guess I'm the protagonist, so I have to do all the heavy lifting. I take the guards out myself and clear the rest of the camp. After the massacre, I take a moment to open this massive RPG menu to decide which rusty piece of bronze gets to the absolute privilege of being my newly equipped gear. We are moving up in the world, slowly. Now, it's time to hunt the first main boss. But hold on a second, where is my minimap? What was the point of doing that synchronization point if I don't get a little GPS circle in the bottom corner of my screen? How am I supposed to know where am I going? Oh right, I have a biological drone now. Her name is Senu. Since it's my first time, I spend way too long flying this bird around like a confused tourist until I finally tag the boss. Target locked. Time to go to work. I sneak up to the forest walls and we find our first victim. Let's name him Abbas. Everyone in the comments say hello to our friend Abbas and say goodbye to Abbas. I run over this wooden elevator to get to the roof and listen closely to the sound effect. Did you hear that? That is the exact sound of the hidden blade. But wait, I don't have a hidden blade yet. Ubisoft is just recycling audio files and playing with my classic AC nostalgia. I get to the top of the roof feeling sneaky and immediately a guard sees me. Stealth is officially dead. But who needs a hidden blade anyway? I pull out this massive axe and just start rearranging his face. I am literally just picking guys up and beating them against the floor with my bare hands. It's messy, it's loud, but hey, the death counter is still at 0. I sneak into this house inside the fortress and I find a small chest, and look at this. Look at how much time it takes me to just face the crate properly so the loot prompt shows up. I have to align myself with the stars just to open a box. I'm going to blame the game for this one. This is definitely Ubisoft's fault, not my driving. I find a hostage, some priest, and I free him. Then I see a guard. I think to myself, hey, let's put this guard to sleep. Be a ghost and do this the right way. That was my first mistake. The guy goes down, but every other guard sees me. They all see me. I try to fight, but my classic AC skills mean nothing here. Welcome to the RPG lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen.
Take it, meat!
Okay, we respawn. I send my biological drone back up to find the boss. I sneak back to the fortress wall and wait a minute. Look who it is. It's Abbas. The game respawned him. He gets to meet the floor for the second time today. I go back to killing guards and once again I find a chest and once again I'm doing a whole dance routine just to stand in front of it correctly. Ubisoft, come on man. You can't deliver this and say, yep, perfect game, ship it. I try to run from a guard only to find myself face to face with two more guards on top of a wall. I jump down to fight them, and this is where I realize how weird this combat system is. In the old games, if you hit a guy's shield, there was an animation. They reacted. Here, if you hit their shield, they just stand there like a brick wall. And the stealth, in classic AC, if you get spotted in a bush, your character automatically stands up and goes into combat stance. Here, Bayek just stays crouched like a weirdo. They are actively swinging swords at me, and I'm just squatting in the grass, taking the shits. The hits. There is no red warning, no automatic combat mode, just me crouching and dying.
Hey, what?
Alright, death number 2. We respawn, and you've got to be kidding me. Look who it is. Abbas, back from the dead for the third time. At this point, Abbas and I are practically roommates. See you on the next respawn, buddy. This time, I am going full stealth. Watch closely as I execute a completely flawless fluid ledge assassination. Okay, eventually I figure out how to climb the wall and I get him. And look at this, his loot just completely defies the laws of physics and stays perfectly balanced on the very tip of the ledge. Honestly, I'm not even going to complain. You guys saw how long it took me to get up here. If that loot fell to the ground, it was staying there. I keep pushing forward, sneaking into what I can only assume is the ancient Egyptian bathroom. I go for a stealth takedown and look at this animation. Bayek just lightly taps the guy on the back with one hand and the guard just completely falls like a lawn chair. Did Bayek's hands turn into a cinder ball? It looks so goofy and completely unrealistic. But hey, a knockout is a knockout. Sneaking through the bushes, I finally reach the main boss, Medunamun. But I immediately notice a problem. It's a 3v1 and their health bars are absolutely massive. My little sword is going to do basically nothing, but I'm stillborn. I am a classic AC pro. I jump in anyway, and the boss just deleted my entire existence in 2 swings. Cool, okay, I get it. I yield. I have to go make Bayek stronger. But let's just pause and think about the logic here for a second. In the very first 5 minutes of the game, I killed a 7-foot tall heavily armored giant. But now, I can't kill a normal sized old man and his 2 skinniest friends because they have a higher magical number floating over their heads. And apparently, the only way to defeat them is for me to go out, murder some random animals and strap some leather to my chest. Fine, Ubisoft, you win. I'll go get the hides. So, I spend way too much time chasing deer across the desert like a maniac just to get enough hides to craft this upgrade. I finally get it. But wait, can someone explain the logic here? The game tells me that strapping thicker leather to my chest somehow makes my sword deal more damage. How does that work? Did the leather give Bayek extra muscle mass or what? Whatever. I don't care. I have one task left. Kill Medunamun. I send Siwa up, locate the boss, and enter the fort for the 4th time. I'm sneaking in, but I hear some priests begging for help. I am a hero. I can't resist. I jump in, cause a scene.
Die, worm. Die! I see you! Target is in my range!
And dive into a bush to hide. Perfect stealth until my finger slips. Bayek just sends straight up in the bush like a meerkat. Hello gentlemen. Every guard instantly turns around and out of nowhere, this massive elite guard who looks exactly like Kratos wearing a Roman cape charges in and absolutely massacres me.
Much dedication becoming a champion, idiot! I can hit him easy.
cool. Okay, that's it. That is the last time I die. No more distractions, slow and steady, and one target at a time. I make my way back to Medunamun. I pull out my bow. No, still does 0 damage. Fine, we are doing this the old-fashioned way. He walks under a massive wall. This is my moment. I sprint, leap off the edge, and execute a flawless 20-meter drop assassination right onto his neck. I stab him, and he didn't die. What is this absolute bullshit? I don't care what magical RPG level he is. I dropped 16 feet out of the sky. There is no way his bones are still intact. His spine should be powder right now. But no, he just brushes off a terminal velocity stabbing like it was a mosquito bite and goes into combat stance. But honestly, the drop attack took 99% of his health. We have a tiny little scuffle. Our swords clashes and he literally dies from the spark of my blade meeting his. The boss is dead. The challenge is complete. I survived the RPG transition with only 4 deaths. And most importantly, goodbye Abbas. I don't think I will be seeing you again.